Hello everybody, Eino here, and welcome to the whole weekly vlog thing you gotta do. I don't know. Stuff, things. Talk. English. Anyway, so last week was kinda uneventful, and kinda, not really. There's a few things that happened. Like I found out that apparently Xbox rumors say that Xbox might be coming out with a new Xbox One that's like 4 times more powerful than the current Xbox One. And it's like, oh goody. Is this gonna become a trend? Are they gonna release new consoles every 3 fucking years instead of 8 to 10 to try and compete with computers? uh, that's that's hilarious. They can't compete with PCs. They haven't been able to compete with PCs since ever. So, well, maybe back in like early Atari, maybe Nintendo days or something like that. But I don't know. But yeah, if that's the case, I'm done with consoles. Fuck it. I'm not gonna sit there and worry about a new updated console every 3 fucking years. I can't afford that shit. I'd rather just put it into a PC. $300-400 every 3 years. Forget that shit. Again, I'd rather go with PC. I'll admit PC is way better. It's just, well, to a degree. There are certain games on consoles that I prefer over games on PC. Consoles are supposed to be the budget gaming like thing. They're supposed to be the budget gaming like doodad. And if they're gonna update it every 3 or 4 years, like 3 or 4 years, and it's like, what the fuck's the point? It's not a budget thing anymore. And it's like, oh, well, you don't have to buy the new one. Yeah, except for the fact that they have two choices. The way I see it. Now, I'm probably wrong, but this is the way I see it. This is just my opinion. So they have two choices. At least the developers do, and well, Sony and Microsoft as well. They can either they can either develop for, in the case of the developer, the new console or the old console, and the company that makes it can either advertise for the new console or the old console. Because they say, oh well, things are gonna be, it's you could play the games on the same console and whatnot, blah 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 blah. The only problem is, like I said, the way I see it, it kind of depends on, well, the developers. If they develop for the newer console, what's the point in developing for the older console? And vice versa. I know, like, because, I mean, I don't know how it all works, but if it's going to be more powerful, then wouldn't they have to, like, essentially make it for two different consoles? Because if one is far more powerful, and the developer wants to utilize that power, then they have to develop it. We'll just say better for that console, but then it won't work with the older one, so they have to redevelop it for that one, so that way it will run on that console. So wouldn't that split the market? I mean, that's how I see it. And if it's gonna split the market, then they have to pick a side. They fucking have to. And that's what I'm afraid of, is that they're going to pick a side. It's going to be the newer one because it's the new one. It's the more powerful one. It lets them do more and all that shit. So, if that's the case, I'm done with consoles. I'll just start dumping money into my PC. PC gaming is great, but again, console gaming is supposed to be the budget one. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. Hell, this one cost me what, $700-800, and the video card's already practically outdated, so I need to get a new one of those. But first I need to get a new motherboard, so that way I can get a new processor, because my processor's already outdated. So I still need to spend in order to get it up to a decent level, I need to spend another $600 more on it, maybe more. I don't know, maybe a little less, depending. But yeah, it's like, shit. Speaking of games, there's a couple of games I'm gonna start playing. I'm gonna get into FNAF World because I've been looking at the FNAF sister location thing, and there's some stuff in there that maybe will be explained in FNAF World because I've heard some stuff about FNAF World and it's apparently done being updated. I know I said I was gonna get to that, so now I will. So I'm gonna get to that. And on the note of FNAF, I've got a video planned for number 2, 1020 mode. Probably won't be ready this week. It might be ready next week, depending on if the thing that I ordered gets here this week. We'll see when it gets here and all that stuff. Hopefully, I can make it entertaining. It should be more entertaining than fucking than the what I've got so far. So, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna end this one here. I rambled on long enough, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, share with a friend. You can also leave a like if you think that updating the consoles every if you think that it's going to become a trend where they update it every 3 years in a sad and vain attempt to try and compete with PCs. So if you did, leave a like if you think that's something to be worried about, or if you think it's a great idea. Whatever, leave that in the comments down below. Just leave stuff in the comments below. Questions, comments, anything you'd like to see me play, do, or draw, feedback, criticism, whatever. Just leave it in the comments below. It takes 5 seconds? Well, no, it depends on how fast you type. But yeah, whatever. You just leave it down below. Comments, so I know we talk about it and stuff or whatever. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see all you guys in the next video. Later.